Hello and welcome back to the Colony with Man of the Antz. Today we are taking a quick look at Astro Colony. Rather nicely fits in with the little intro, doesn't it? I like that very much. First off, a massive thank you to the developers for providing the key so I could take a look at the game. That's much appreciated. So as you might be able to tell from the main menu hub world in the background there, I don't know what you call it, I've forgotten the word for it. I'm a bit ill, so bear with me. We'll be okay though, we'll struggle through. It's a bit of a factory game that's based in space, as you can kind of tell. There are some very interesting things going on here. What you'll see when we start the game is nothing like this. It'll be obviously completely different, and you're starting with the bare minimum things. None of these little robots running around we can see over here doing things for you. Oh, no, it's all up to you. Normally, with these quick look, first look sort of videos, what I generally do is I just sort of show you the first hour of the game. But as it's one of these sort of mining factory style games, I'm going to do something a little bit different, because if I do that, what you're basically going to see is me just hitting rocks with a pickaxe for about an hour, and then occasionally building little buildings, because as with these games, the beginning is a little bit grindy, it takes a little bit of time to get going. So I'm going to do a few time skips in between here and there, sort of show you things, highlight things. We're not going to get to this stage, I doubt very much, but I do want to show you a little bit more of what the game has to offer. I don't really know what that is, I've only played a few minutes. But I've seen a few videos like this of the sort of the end stages, the fancier things you can do. So without further ado, let's start a new game. We need a seed number, so I'm just going to go blah 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 blah, like that. We're going to leave oxygen consumption on to make it a bit survivalish. There's a little bot who's basically like your tutorial helper dude. Enable booster, don't know what it does, and we don't want free construction. Does it tell you what? Doesn't tell you what booster does. I'm assuming that makes you go faster, or maybe it makes everything move faster. I don't know, but we're going to leave it on the default options. We're going to hit start game. And now we get this wonderful little intro video movie that I completely missed when I did my testing. Maybe I skipped it. So that's our little tutorial helper bot. As I mentioned, I am a little bit ill, so I might sound a little bit congested.
For us was wrong. Our colossal ambitions pushed us to leave.
Of course it did. Of course it did. It's always the way.
Of development and achievements, humanity seeks opportunities to discover new worlds and perhaps new dimensions. We are the first colonists, laying the foundation for future generations. It's your turn now. Show your survival skills, unlock technologies, and remember, the galaxy is yours to conquer.
Yours to conquer. Oh, I should say, the reason it's showing you multiple people in this little intro movie bit is because the game does support multiplayer, which is, I think, a very good thing for all of these type of games. It can make it a lot more interesting, it can undo a lot of the potential grinds that you have going on. So yeah, do bear that in mind. If you have some friends into these style games, then you will want to play it with them, or you could play it. You don't have to. You might want to. Maybe you don't like your friends. I don't know. So welcome, colonizer. I am A-Bot, and I've been programmed to guide you in your learning. Follow my advice and start creating your own Astro Colony. Use WASD to move, space to jump. With multiple jumps, you can reach higher places. Whoop! To toggle the jetpack, press X, which I've just done, and you can see now when you go up, you stay up. And if you press X again, gravity is somehow re-enabled. We're not going to question it, it's just the way it is. When you need tips, check the guidebook. Open it using a tab. If I press tab now, you can see it enables mouse movement. We can come up here to get to all of these things, and you can see that the guidebook is here. There it is. And it also shows you the hotkeys up here as well. I would quite like this to be permanently displayed. I might check the options and see if that's there actually. So once I check the guidebook, this is the guidebook. Just shows you everything that's basically already told us, and some extra things as well that we're not going to really go into right now. To expand your space station, you need to collect some basic resources. Look around the station to find floating asteroids. You need to extract iron and copper. So to do that, there's a few things the game doesn't really tell you all that well. So it's told you here you need to extract iron and copper, but if we go over to if we enable our jetpack. Oh, what I was going to say is it doesn't tell you the hotkey to get your pickaxe out, but what it does do is when you try to interact with the asteroid, it tells you, it automatically brings your pickaxe out. So I was a little bit misleading there. But I have noticed with other areas of the tutorial section that it doesn't really sort of tells you the end goal, but not necessarily how to get there sometimes, so that needs a little bit of work. The game is, I believe, early access. It's quite recently out as well, so it is pretty fully featured for an early access game, to be fair. As you can see, as we are hitting these asteroids, we are of course collecting materials, resources, the iron and ore it wants us to gather. You might also see it pop up the basic science. So I believe most of your basic activities you can do, whether that's mining or whether you're building stuff, I don't know whether it's like a certain amount you have to do, whether it's just like a percentage of percentage chance, but as you are doing these things, you will gather a little bit of science, which you can then use to unlock your technologies. So now it's time to turn materials into something more sophisticated. Open your inventory and enable handcrafting recipes. So this is the inventory down here. We click on this little button down here, it opens up the recipes menu over here, and you can then enable handcrafting, so it automatically will turn iron and copper into iron bars and copper bars without us having to do anything, which is a feature I really, really like actually. And you can see down here, there it goes. We can now close this, it'll do that in the background. Now let's deal with the basic need of breathing. You may have noticed your oxygen level, which is down here, dropped slightly during the first task. Check the oxygen meter, which is down here in the bottom left corner. When the level reaches 0, your body will get injured and will result causing death. It is therefore extremely important to refill oxygen as often as possible. Using ice inside the oxygen generator is the quickest way to refill it. To build your oxygen generator, you have to discover your first technology. Make sure you collect enough basic science points by collecting asteroids. So we already have at least 2 points, so we press T. This is the oxygen tree. This is the tech tree. Technically, it's an oxygen tree because it starts with oxygen, I suppose. And if we scroll across, you can see there's lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff to get. Ending with shepherding, a stargate, and fusion energy. It's always interesting, I think, to look at the end goal, what the end technologies are. And the shepherding's pretty interesting, but a stargate is exceedingly interesting. But we want the oxygen generator first. Obviously, it shows you what you unlock in each of these things as you do them. Build your first oxygen generator using your items crafted previously. You can select it from the hotbar using F1 down at the bottom down here. You can see it tells you the things down here. Or you can use your construction menu in K. And where's it going to be? Device? Should it be utilities? I think that should probably be utilities, but it's in device. So we will click on that. We shall build ourselves an oxygen generator. So I'm not entirely sure what this is showing. I think it shows us the green arrow, which is now on the left. I think it's saying it's the front of the machine. And the electric and water inputs are on the back of the machine. So we'll rotate it so it's facing us like this, which I'm assuming this is the front. And then we will... where are we going to build? We'll build over here, I think. So we'll rotate it so it's facing us. I don't want it right at the back. We'll leave a little bit of space just for some pipes and whatever. I must have my jetpack on. What I do quite like is that it's V to get your pickaxe out, by the way, because I don't know, like if I right click, it doesn't stop this this building. So I always bring out a different tool just to do that. I say always, like I've played literally about 10 minutes of this. You can now use your new device to refill the oxygen you breathe. It requires ice. Luckily, there are lots of ice asteroids floating around. Not that one. That one, though, definitely. What you can also see are some more interesting things around. Like, if you look over here, lots of trees and stuff on this one. That looks like a very large platform sort of asteroid that's not moving. There's another one up there, look. Planetoid, they're classed as, yes. To tell us what this is? No, that's too far away to even figure out what it is. Anyway, ice. One thing I'm not a bit... Oh, that's actually another planetoid. Where's some ice? Ice? Are you ice? You look like ice. My microphone mute button is... I use Control and Alt to do that, so I can mute the microphone if I need to cough or sneeze or sniff or anything in the middle of a recording or a stream. In this game, of course, that means when I start going down. So if you see me start going down for no reason, it's because I am coughing or sniffing or sneezing, so apologies. Hurry up, open the device with E and refill the oxygen tank. Let's turn off our jetpack. Open the device with E. Oh, I wonder if that's actually not the front. I wonder if that's like a conveyor belt input or something instead. So you can put water in and then conveyor the ice, the oxygen out somehow in canisters, I wonder. Anyway, E. So this is where it gets, it says here, like, you know, just go ahead and refill the device. It doesn't really tell you exactly what to do. You need to sort of figure it out yourself a little bit. But if you click on this button here, it opens up your inventory. You can then put your ice over here. And then you can just press this button here and it'll just use the ice in the oxygen generator to refill your tank in the bottom left. One at a time, that's fine. Electricity is at the heart of many devices. They work as long as there are enough electricity for them in the network. If they cannot produce or consume, they signalize problems with the symbol blah, blah, blah. Let's build the carbon reactor. It's the simplest device that uses carbon for electricity production. Let's do that. I love how dramatic the music is in this game. I think it's wonderful. I really, really enjoy the music. Let's turn off our jetpack and fall down here. I've done a little bit of off-mic grinding of materials, just we got enough stuff. So let's build a carbon reactor. This is where we're only on like the second device we need to build, and it's already got a little bit like vague. So it doesn't tell us we need to unlock it. We need to go in here and unlock the carbon reactor with our science. You can see I have 8 science now from my grinding. We're going to get that. We are going to need the wire as well, so I'm just going to preempt it, and I'm going to get the wire while I'm here. And then we need to go into our build menu, which is K, and under utilities for electricity, there's a carbon reactor. Again, we could have used F1 or 2. I don't know whether that'll maybe double up, so you can use F1 and 1 as separate hotkey items maybe at some point, if that's an option. Anyway, here is our carbon reactor. Let's rotate it so the front, I'm going to still class it as the front, is facing us. And we're going to pop this right there next to our oxygen generator. And then press V to get another tool out. Get the reactor up and running. So if we click on it, we've got some carbon in our inventory because I went and got some, and we'll drop that in there, and boom, it is producing electricity. Wonderful. I don't think it burns electricity until you are actually using it, which is a nice feature. And then it needs us to handcraft some copper wire. To provide electricity to your devices, you need electric cables made out of copper wire. You can handcraft them directly in your inventory. So this is one where, again, it's a little vague. This is why I already unlocked the copper wire down here. In our inventory, we can now handcraft wire and copper wire. Yep, let's just do copper, just in case we need the iron bars. Be nice if you could say... Oh, you can. Ha! I was about to say, be nice if you could say handcraft, but only do so many. You can absolutely do that. I did not realise. I wonder how that works. I wonder if that... So if we say 9, it should stop. Oh no, it will now craft 9 and it will go down once it's crafted some. Yes, I see. So it will craft 8 bundles. So it won't craft 9 copper wire. It will craft 9 times 3 in this case. So we'll just let that go in. Leave that going, let that go in, whatever I mean. And now it tells you nothing. So this is about where I got... What is this? Oh, gold. Okay, so it's starting to spawn in some different asteroids for us. As we've got a little bit further into the tutorial section, I guess. Let's just grab the rest of this. Thank you very much. So it doesn't tell you to connect anything up. It just says make it and then it stops doing anything. I don't know whether that's the end of the tutorial or whether it's waiting for me to do something. But as we have copper wire, we will now connect our copper wire. I'm just going to use 3 to do the quick thing. And I walked off the edge of the platform. Of course I did. Let's connect the copper wire up there like that, and we'll actually start powering this device with the generator, which is now, look, it's now actually utilizing the electric because it is not actually doing anything because we don't have the oxygen to make the oxygen, the recipe to make the oxygen tank, sorry. But it is now powering it, so it's kind of wasting our carbon ore. Is there a way of splitting? Shift? Yeah, if we split it so there's just like 2 in there. And then I'm going to put the rest in my inventory just so it doesn't use up all my carbon, just in case we need it. Are you now telling us to do something else? No? We'll just carry on then, I suppose. We'll just carry on. So what do we want to unlock next? We can unlock water, which gives us water, an icebreaker, a device to convert ice into water, and a water cell. I don't know what we need water for. Oh, is that water output there then? Not an ice input, but a water output. And what does this... Oh, I suppose the carbon. So that's the carbon input. Yeah, so that's ice input, carbon input. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. I'm sort of guessing. We'll figure it out as we go. So I've got a little bit of basic science. What else we got? Asteroid catching, smelting, booster, and destruction. Device to manually catch asteroids and process them. Yes. Yes, we will get that. I'm going to get the water first. Can we get both? Oh, we can. Let's get both. So now we've unlocked something. He's starting to say something else. With newly discovered water technology, you can start collecting water. Build icebreaker to process ice. Okay, I'm going to do that. That is... It's weird that for the F keys at the bottom down here, it stops at F8. That seems a little weird, but it's fine. Whatever. 8, icebreaker. So this has 3 inputs. Or 1 input and 2 outputs, we should probably say. So we'll leave a space so we can get the la cable into it. Oh, do I not have what I need to make it? What do I need to make it? Where's this gonna... Oh, it's right there. Oh, there's copper bars, isn't it? But of course, I am processing copper bars into... So let's turn off this, and let's go get some copper. We should now have enough copper to build the icebreaker. So let's pop this down right there, isn't it? Yeah. We need some cable. So we'll come over here. We'll connect this here. This here. This here. Oh! Jetpack's off. Keep doing that. Oh, I was going to say ages ago and I completely forgot. The one thing I'm not keen on with the control system is that when you are in your jetpack mode, you're stuck to a single plane. So if I point down now and press forward, I don't go down, I just go forward. I'm much more used to a more freeform sort of 6 degrees of movement in games. It's not it's not going to make me stop playing the game or anything. It's just that it'd be nice if it was more what I expected. Maybe there's something in the options again. I haven't really looked at the options. In fact, should we have a quick look at the options? What have we got here? Settings. Anything interesting here? Just texture quality and stuff. Interface, not much there. Gameplay. Autosave field of view. No. Controls. No, there's not a lot of customization available currently. Which is fine. Like I say, it's nothing major. Hopefully that's something that will come as part of the sort of early access items. Store water and water cells and remember to what? Connect them with water pipes. I will. Just realised my oxygen is quite low, so we'll get a little bit of oxygen. Do I have some more ice in my inventory? Of course not. Okay. So we can now turn ice into water by the magic of spinning blades, by the look of it. Very clever stuff. The other thing we unlocked was the asteroid catcher, which has got electric and 2 outputs. Okay, where do I want to keep just building this in a row for now? Oh, I guess so. We'll keep building it just in a row. We need to leave a couple of spaces there because there's an output, but there's also an input on the ice device. I will build this right against the edge. Should we do them? Let's do it over here. If we need to, string some things along, we'll string some things along. Trying to get over as far as I can. I can't see the fence behind it now, so I don't know if it's in the way of that, where is it? It's this row here. Of that electric input in the back. I'm going to go one over just to be safe. Every time. Use the cannon to aim and shoot them. I mean, I will, but I suppose we should give it some electric first, right? And it has 2 outputs. For reasons. Just to split the outputs. Maybe if stuff's got... Or some asteroids do have 2... yeah, like that one there, for example, has got 2 elements. So that could be why. We're going to need some copper wire to power it, I am guessing. Hello? Hello? Will you please? Will you... There we go. So let's just bring this all the way out here. I guess if you actually know what you're doing, you probably want to give it like a sensible sort of electric grid layout, rather than what I'm doing at the moment, which is just sort of haphazardly putting cables anywhere and everywhere. I've left it on the outside for the moment. Obviously, it's on the inside here. And we're out of cables. Okay. And there is our asteroid catcher all hooked up. So we have a carbon and an ice requirement. So if we go over here, F to catch asteroids. And this allows us to just like control, but it only faces forwards, which is interesting. So that's copper, that's iron. Can I see none of the asteroids I actually want? No. Okay, well, we'll just get some iron. We'll just do this, and what happens? It just drags it toward us. Can we just grab loads? What happens if we grab loads? Oh, okay, so you can sort of... I guess one's been inputted, and the other one's just left in, like... queue to leave. In, like, a queue? So what's happening here? Asteroid will be processed only when electricity is provided. Oh, so probably out of carbon, aren't I? Let's split this and let's put like... Oh, didn't actually split it. And put 5 in here. And it is now producing electricity and is lit up like a Christmas tree. And this is now processing the asteroid. Lovely. And then collect 10 water. Okay, well, we're going to need a whole bunch of these asteroid collectors, I'm guessing, aren't we? Although I don't really seem to have a lot of asteroids around. And what happens... Oh, it just puts the ore into, like, storage at the moment. So we don't have any sort of conveyor belt technology, I'm guessing. Okay, okay. Oh, right, sorry, I was just looking at what this was down in the construction bar there. So that is a water cell, so that's like a water storage. I thought that was just like the unit of water, but that's actually like a storage tank. Okay. So it's processed that. It's processed. It didn't protest anything. It's processed that one. It's now collecting the next one. Still no water around. Let's just get another one queued up. And I suppose we'll build... I mean, what can we see our electric requirements at the moment? So we're producing 10. Oh, there we are. Our consumption is currently 0. But our network load is 80%. Those are two contradictory terms. Do we have any ice on us? No, we need to go get some ice. We need more ice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build another one of these first. Had a phone call. What's going on? Right, he's been making another asteroid catcher. So let's rotate this one like this. We'll need to leave a couple of spaces. And is that... That's the alignment we want, isn't it? Now, I wonder if this is going to confuse any belts that come out of it if they're right next to each other. I guess we'll find out. It'll be a bit of a learning experience. I'm wondering if we build a belt here coming down and a belt here coming down, whether they'll just sort of merge in the middle as well, the same way the cables do. Speaking of cables, Le Câbles. Let's turn that back on. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I know, water cells. I'm working on it. There we go. Now I'm just going to pop over and see what this says now. Nothing. Why isn't it giving me the... So now it's at network load 100%. So we'll probably need to build another carbon reactor before we build anything else. Or disconnect one of these things, I suppose. So these are both currently empty. What was it? It was F, wasn't it? Well, there's carbon, and then there's an ice one there. Wonderful. Ah, so it doesn't queue... Oh, so it's, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wrong button again. Some ice there, some carbon there. Oh, I've done the same thing again. Too quick, too quick. Let's leave. So they're now both processing ice. This one should have some stuff in there already. Some carbon and some copper. Wonderful. We need to get that ice in, really. Is it doing anything? Is it saying it's out of electric? Oh, because we're out of carbon. Of course. So I'm going to whack all of this in now. So we know we've got a little bit more coming in anyway. So let's whack all the carbon in. Wonderful. Is it giving us an actual... Consumption still 0. That must be a bug. That must be a bug. Because it is consuming stuff. Because these are both doing things. So it looks like they break the asteroids down about as quickly as you can mine them. The bot's saying so. The bot's got stuck down here. Which is annoying. And I don't really know how to get him away from there. Well, he's just saying the water cells thing again. I don't know how to get him out of the floor, though. He's just a bit stuck there. I also don't know why this little platform's here. Oh, hello. Is it there just to get him out of the floor, maybe? Maybe it is. So, what we cannot build are the pipes that are under 7. Why can we not build the pipes? Because we need iron cable. So let's do that. I believe there is some more iron ore in here. Is there a control? A control click looks like it puts it straight into your inventory. Let's grab a couple more asteroids, whatever we can really see. Seems we appear to be running a little low again. Oh, every time the wrong button. How many times am I going to do that? We'll grab that one, and we'll grab that one. So I wonder if you're going to want to have, like, this one only grabs iron, and this one only grabs copper. Like, how smart are the, I'm guessing, conveyor belts going to be? So we need to make some copper wire. That's what I was getting copper for. Not copper. Iron. Getting confused. We're making some iron. That's wonderful. I'm going to turn off the copper wire. We've got lots of wire, but it's not allowing us to build this still. Why not? Is it the wrong sort of... Just says wire. Do I not have it researched yet? Ah, I do not have it researched yet. Now it makes sense. Let's research this. Handcrafting plate. Oh, craft an iron plate by hand. I see. I was very confused what that meant for a second. When do we get conveyor belts? There they are. There they are. That's what we want to start working towards, really. So we need smelting. We just need smelting to get that. Okay, we'll get that in a moment. So now we can build pipes. So we need some water cells. I don't know how much they each hold, or why I cannot build it here. Because I don't have any iron bars because I just use all of my iron and craft in and wire. Okay. Did any of you happen to get iron? You did not. You did. What was it? Control click? Yes, perfect. So I should now be crafting some store water. Yes, I know. So we're just going to put these, I guess, just really close to this for the moment. Can't put them on top of each other. You can put them next to each other. I wonder if they auto kind of join. Oh, they do. Oh, I quite like that. And if we do 7 and do this... So we now have a pipe connecting our water generator to this water cell. Can I build... No. Can't build off platform. It would seem weird, but I just wanted to check. So now this just needs some ice. Let's pop some ice in there. Whilst that is doing that, we're going to go and get some oxygen. Not a lot. A little. Oh, look! And it's starting to produce some water. Whilst it's doing that, I'm going to smack this rock a little bit, just for funsies. Then we're going to go and grab a couple of asteroids. Going to grab that one? Yeah. I'm assuming at some point you can automate this as well, so you don't have to manually target the asteroids. Or allow you to queue up more, perhaps. So how do you know... Oh, there we go. Stored 20. Okay, so we've now got as much water as the game wanted us to collect. That's going to hold a lot of water, those 2 cells. I didn't really need that much, but I've got it now. Yeah, it makes 5 a time per ice cube. Okay, that's good. Hello. I do quite like that they just automatically explode when they hit the thing. That don't cause damage or anything silly like that, because that would be frustrating. Smelting then. Let's smelt. Build a smelter to automate barge production. I will. And we're going to want the smelters close to the asteroid grabbers, aren't we? Once we have a bit more of an idea of auto asteroid catcher, there it is. Where is smelter? Once we have an idea of the sort of layout of things and how they're going to need to sit in like a chain, we'll probably have to end up thinking about, I say this, I don't know how far we're going to really get, but destroying all of this. Like right now, that shouldn't be there, I don't think. We should have a separate little power area. The 2 water things should probably be next to each other. And I think the smelter should probably go either in front of, I mean, ideally next to these would probably be better, but like in front of these so we can connect them up to the grabbers easy enough. So why wouldn't it let me build a smelter? Because I don't have enough iron bars. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Nope. A tiny bit. I think that's iron up there. We'll grab that one. We'll grab a copper one, I guess. We haven't got copper for a little wee while. And that one's got carbon in as well. A little bit of iron, a little bit of copper. Copper. Didn't actually see what that was. I think it was water. So leave those going. And water is still very slowly filling up. It has gone up a little bit though, which is nice. Do we have enough to build the smelter? We do. Right, okay. So I'm thinking we put this... We'll leave a couple of spaces perhaps, but it's as wide, or is it not quite as wide? No, it's not quite as wide, is it? Let's put it on this side, and then we'll leave... We only need 1 gap really, don't we? We'll leave a gap there. We're going to need to connect the power up. I'm thinking we go up and over. Oh, we're going to need more power, aren't we? Okay. We can go up and over. I was wondering if we would be able to do that. It would allow us to. Let's handcraft some copper wire. We're going to need some more copper. There should be some in these. Wonderful. Let's grab that. How long are you taking to craft here? Come on. That is all connected up. Now, I love how it automatically splices the power cables together. I think that's nice. Craft lots of bars. Don't forget to connect electricity. How can I forget electricity? How? We need more electric, though, so we'll put down another generator. I guess we'll just pop it down over here if we can. We'll be missing iron bars. We're not auto-crafting wire, are we? We just don't have any iron. Okay. So we have crafted enough bars in the smelter now. It did actually pop up at the bottom and say, you've advanced some more, or you've completed your task, advanced some more, and I'll tell you more, or something like that. It doesn't stay there, though, so if I wasn't looking at him, I wouldn't have seen it. I did almost die from oxygen, lack of oxygen. So that was a very nearly. That almost happened. What I did just think was we should, because one of the things I had, I took all the ore out of the asteroid catchers to put into the smelter, and then by the time I got to the smelter, my handcrafting had got rid of it all. Let's just take a look at this. So for an iron or copper bar, it takes 2 seconds, 2 ore, and 4-6 seconds to make 1. Is the smelter the same? Not that. It takes 3 ore, 4-6 seconds to make 2. So that's better, isn't it? That's like 50% better. Or more? I don't know. It's definitely better. Okay, so you would definitely want to make sure that the handcrafting is off for all of the iron bars then. Or for all of the bars in general, I should say. We're going to need some more asteroids. Let's go asteroid grabbing. Let's grab this one. Let's grab this one. Is there a way here? That's not what I wanted. I want to see if there's a way of filtering the asteroids. I suppose you won't be able to filter it on the manual one because you just manually filter it by only clicking certain things. We will grab a water one just in case. Outcome recipe depends on individual case. Yes, you can't change anything there. Okay. So, next things. Booster, deconstruction, handcrafting plate, or logistics. So we need the plate to get the conveyor belt. That's part of the ingredients. Cosmetic harpoon. Cosmic harpoon. Cosmetic harpoon. I was thinking, what does that do? What does a harpoon do? That's got to be for the planetoids, hasn't it? That's got to be for the planetoids. Okay, this is getting interesting. Let's do the handcrafting plate. We've got loads of science. Let's do the booster. Let's do deconstruction. Now, I wonder, does it queue up all of those things within the bot? Or when I do destruction, will it then just say you need to advance to do more? It won't give me the booster and handcrafting plate thing. So the plate needs... Oh, it just needs iron bars in our hand. That's interesting. But in whatever you craft it automatically, I'm guessing. Oh no, sorry. That's where I got confused. So I saw the iron plate and the copper wire for the conveyor belt. Yeah, okay, no. We're fine. Let's handcraft some iron plates. I'm just going to let them go. With destruction technology, you can destroy every station component and device. Recyclables will be stored in your inventory until you decide to recycle them. Destroy a ship component. How? Like how? Oh, vehicles? Interesting. I have no idea how. Scan technology, inventory, astronauts, vehicles. I thought there was... Yeah, okay. That. So if I select... Oh, it's a bit of rail. And then hit delete. Item is blocked. We cannot delete any of the existing things. So we need to delete something different. If I delete this, I'm assuming it will just move the water in there into there. How much water is in here? It stores 40 in total currently. So if I go back to this tool, select it, and then delete. And then back to this. Still stores 40. Yes, we didn't lose any water doing that. Construct a recycling machine. We haven't even got the recycling machine, have we? No. Let's do that. We need 3 gold bars. We don't have gold bars. I'm going to follow the destruction thing, though, for now. More expensive devices will restore only 80% of production cost. So do you drop things into the recycling machine? How does it work? And do we have any more gold? We've got some gold bars there. Is that enough to make a recycling machine? It is not. It is not. Do we have more gold? We do not. Can I see any gold? Yes, there. Is that the only one? Yes. Every time I do that. Is that... No, that's a planetoid, isn't it? Okay. Can I see any gold behind them or they wouldn't be able to get to? I don't think I can. Okay, well, let's get in some gold, so it won't take too long. The recycler is up and running and connected to the power. Everything's looking hunky-dory. Let's click on it. Ah, so the thing that we picked up that we destroyed goes into our inventory. We then have to recycle it after that, and it gives us some iron bars back. Okay, I see. That's pretty good. You've learned a lot here. Progress in colony development. Ah, so yes. Because I picked up booster, destruction, handcrafting plate all at the same time, it only gave me the tutorial for the last one, or the one that it decided was last. I don't imagine I did them in that order, but maybe I did handcraft and then booster destructor. So if there is a tutorial associated with the booster or the handcrafting, it's gone. We don't have it anymore. So what did that say for the booster? Hold shift. Oh, we do have that, so but it burns up oxygen. Okay, we have a way of moving faster now, which is good, because I had to go quite far afield to get some things just now when I was mining. So it's good that we can do that. Let's get out of this. Let's grab the asteroid. We'll grab that one and that one. That's fine. And over here we'll grab this one. And this one. That's also fine. Right. Maybe we should have more asteroid grabbers. I suppose I should wait till I get the automatic ones, really. But then again, I could always just destroy them manually afterwards, I suppose. So, the handcrafting plate is there. We've got lots of plate. That's good. And it needed copper wire. Was it copper wire? Yes. So we're going to need a lot more copper wire. So let's think about that in the short term. Do we have any copper over here? Oh, we do. Lovely. And we are already set to handcraft copper wire, so we'll just leave that going. That's fine. Wonderful, wonderful game. Thank you. They've just finished queuing up their next asteroid, so I'm just going to... or grabbing their next asteroids. I'm just going to grab a couple more, just so they're kept busy. Let's check the power. I did spend a bit of time just now stood wondering why nothing was happening. For about a good minute, maybe a bit more, and then realised I had no power. So, yeah, got to keep your power up. That looks like gold. So I'm going to go and grab that, because gold seems to be a bit of a rare resource, of course. Right, it's now out of gold. If you look over here, it tells you what's in the asteroid over on the right-hand side of the screen there. We've now mined all of the gold out of that, so I'm just going to leave the iron going. I don't care too much, to be honest. We'll grab some more asteroids. That'll do. Right, let's start getting interesting. Logistics, conveyor belts. Yes, please. No tutorial for conveyor belts. And I know they're not overly complicated, but you thought... I suppose maybe it doesn't know what you've got to get there. But you need to have smelting, and you need to have electricity to get there. So maybe make the asteroid catch if you haven't already, and then... I don't know. Seems weird to not have a tutorial for that. What am I looking for? Paths? Yes. Let's put the conveyor belt down here, because that's something I'm going to use quite a lot. I wonder what the dots are there. Oh. An uppy and a downy. Okay. Can I change that? Yeah, if I just press 1 repeatedly, it changes it to an up or a down. That's interesting. So what I want to do here is I want to have a... Does it have a certain direction? It does. So I want to have... Does it have to come out first, or can I just do this? I can just do that. Perfect. Awesome, look at that! How quickly does this smelt? Relatively quickly, really. Relatively quickly. So what I could do over here... And this would work if I just put 2 doing that. That would work absolutely fine. So I'm going to put 1 here as well. I'm out of plates. What do I need for plates? Was it just iron bars? Well, handily, I reckon I'll have some iron bars in here. Oh, so many iron bars. Give me them iron bars. What I don't want to do is craft all of those iron plates, though. So shall I just say like another... I was going to say another 10, and it went to 110. Let's just do another 10. I keep pressing tab to rotate. Which game is it where tab rotates? No idea. So, that's awesome. So we now have 2 asteroid catchers, which then automatically dump all of their stuff, like immediately, without any question, into here. Even things like water, which this machine cannot use. So that's... Did I just... You can rotate them after they've been placed. That's interesting. So I can rotate this whole device after it's been placed. That's interesting. Okay. That's actually quite useful. What am I doing? Don't do that. I wanted this. Let's grab some more asteroids. I think a little visual indicator, whether you've got an asteroid inside the machine or not, would be quite useful there. That'd be quite nice. Okay. So we're automatically smelting, and everything we get is going straight into the smelter, regardless of whether it can be used in the smelter or not, but that's fine. We're going to take the ice cubes out, and the carbon, because it cannot do anything with those. You can filter here to say which of these it will create. So we could say only make iron bars, and then it would just store the copper and gold ore, but we don't want that. Oh, it can make iron rods, which is currently locked. Power's just gone out, so we need to do power. Split that up, put a few in there. So what I can't see is a way of saying here, like filter the output. Like only send so many things, like only send copper out of the left and carbon out of the right. That would be really useful. I don't know what this down here is. But it doesn't look like it's going to do what I want it to do. So we'd need to have the automatic asteroid catcher. I guess tell that to only capture certain asteroids. Like only capture ones which have carbon in. Or, you know, whatever. And then use that as a sort of way of filtering. It looks like these ones are quite locked into whatever you have. Right. I don't know what we need hydrogen for. Don't know what we need a cosmic harpoon for, but I want one. Engineer science generated in the laboratory without the assistance of scientists. Without the assistance? Why would it specify without the assistance of scientists? Does that mean it needs iron and copper to generate as well then? Interesting. Place the harpoon connector on the edge of the space station. It will snap to the green arrow. Okay, I will. I will. Ooh, don't know what this is. It's exciting. What does it come under? There it is. Navigation and communication. What does that need? Copper bars. Am I making anything automatically which is going to mess with that? Yes, let's turn off that. Let's grab the copper bars, thank you. And it can go anywhere on the edge. But not where there's a cable, obviously. Whoop! Every time. Oh, it can go up here, look. I quite like it up there. Use powered harpoon to attract planetoids around you. We do need to give it power, of course. It's going to need a lot of cable because I put it absolutely miles away from anything. Which was perhaps a little foolish. But I care a little. I guess we'll go over in this direction towards the recycler. And we'll go out here. Should we go down there? Let's go down there. Am I out of... Yes, of course I am. But that's okay. I've got lots of copper. So let's handcraft that. Everything is now connected up. Let's go over here. And is it F again? Attract planetoid. What does modify do? What does this do? No matching opposite dock found. Okay. It's only got 53% efficiency and we've ran out of power. As we were watching it, we ran out of power. What I did notice then, though, is we can... well, first of all, we can use this to fill up. But we can turn this off. Which would save some of our carbon. I need some more carbon. Let's go over here. I like the fact that when you turn them off, they go a very, very clear red. That's very nice. Okay, that's going. Lovely. It made me do water. I don't know what I'm going to do with water. It's just there. It just exists as a thing now. Anyway. So, we have a planetoid carbon deposit over there. Oh, what's that? That's interesting. Can't see that one. Oh, this one can go around 360 degrees, actually, which is interesting. Unlike the asteroid catchers. Iron deposit. That one looks very interesting, but it looks like it's out of range. Copper, iron, carbon. I'm going to go for carbon. Just because it's sort of facing the right direction as well. I don't really know what this does or how it's going to look. Build another connector on planetoid to dock it and be able to convey mined resources. Okay. What, another one of these? Why won't it let me jump there? Come to me, planet. Oh, this has plants on as well. Oh, it does. So I need to build another one of these. I think so. Let's get the resources for it. Just like that. And I suppose actually while we're here we will get some more asteroids as well. How often am I going to do that? Is a question I'm going to ask a lot, I think, during this game. Right. Dock to another connector. Oh, is it not? Oh, it's copper. Oh, it's because I'm turning it into... Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, another connector. Up here. Do I want it by the copper? Does it have... Because it said about conveying the resources off. That's way too fast. Way too fast. X is off. Other way. I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to assume that would make sense. So we'll pop it up here. How do we power this one? Just with a very long cable from down there, I guess. Or do I just come down here? Or was there something? Yeah, if I say E and then dock. Ah. There we go. There we go. And now... Oh! It's a bit like a little tunnel. I can't go through the tunnel. But it's connected the two together. I don't know how I actually get resources. I can smack it and get them. But I'm assuming there's an automatic mining option somewhere. So what's next? Yeah, mining. There it is, look. Okay, let's get this going. Ah, logistics blocks. To block the way for specific resources. To filter the way for specific resources. And to push specified resources. I don't know the specific differences between those two necessarily, but that's something to figure out another time. Hydrogen for something. I guess hydrogen you need for oxygen barrier? Or is that like a dome? So you don't need to constantly refill on oxygen when you're on your thing. That's nice. Scanning, I don't know what it does, but it keeps telling me I can't do it. Anyway, let's get mining. Let's construct a drill, which I think I've already got all the stuff for. Mining. Drill. We haven't got the auto asteroid catcher. How far away is the auto asteroid catcher? Oh, actually very close, but we do need the fancy science for it. Drill can go, as long as it's touching. Does it go anywhere on the planetoid? Does it have to be over the resources? I mean, it makes sense that it would. I feel like I want it to be facing this way. And let's connect that up. How have you not... How have you not? Oh, this says to add a carbon reactor next to the drill. Guess that makes sense? Can you not... Can you not connect power between items? Obviously not. Because that's what we're seeing. If we put this one like this. And then I'm just getting myself a bit confused. Let's do this. Does the drill have an output? Oh, it does have gone right over the output. That's not really a problem, because we can delete that easy enough. But yeah, I've put this way so I could easily connect. I thought the output was on this side for some reason. Let's... do I have any carbon on me? Why would I have carbon on me? Why would I have carbon on me? One singular carbon ore. I don't think that's going to do it, my friend. I don't think that's going to do it. might have to go and manually grab some. Okay, let's whack some carbon in. That's going to power the drill. I wish the grid wasn't displayed all the time on the planetoid. Find that a little off-putting. So does that just mine this resource, or does it mine this bit as well? And why is this resource smaller than this bit? Another question. All the questions. Oh, it's quite fast, isn't it? So now I have a nice steady output of carbon. I've done that. Mine 3 dirt. Oh, so we're going to have to mine all the carbon first. It wants us to mine dirt. Not do something sensible like mine carbon. So I guess it does matter what the drill sits over then. Oh, each different square has a different amount of carbon. Okay. I'm going to help it extract from here in the hope that it will then start going for the dirt underneath. It is fantastic. Oh, now I clicked on it and it's now automatically moved the drill somewhere else, which is great, I suppose. Or does it only mine a certain amount of dirt? Was that perhaps a bit of a red herring? Let's mine up all this carbon, get that last bit of dirt and see if it tells us anything else interesting. One bit of dirt, please. One bit of dirt, please. There we go. Yes, it only does a little bit of dirt before it moves on. Okay, so it was just a coincidence. And I guess then, wherever the bot's gone, there he is. He said something, but he's turned off. Yeah, so that's that for the mining introduction. So I wonder if you can do something with dirt, and I wonder what the range is of this. Like, it looks like it won't be able to get those, but it will be able to get these. Just based on where the arm is. It looks like it does 3 tiles in front of the miner, and then I guess you would just move the miner. Yeah, I can't see any other way of doing it. Interesting, interesting. I think... I have no idea how much actual, I'm going to say usable in inverted commas, because I've just left it recording whilst I've been like farming and stuff, so no idea how long it'll actually end up being, but I think I'm going to leave that there for now. It's a shame you can't connect the 2 up. I suppose it makes sense in some way, but on the other hand, if the cable can come over here, why can't you connect the 2 grids together? That would have been nice, that would have been nice. Maybe there's some sort of technology that unlocks that, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for now. That was thoroughly enjoyable. That is definitely the sort of thing I could get lost playing for many, many hours. It doesn't support controller currently, because there's such a lot of hotkeys and everything. Nonetheless, there is a controller config on the Steam Deck for it, so I'll probably install it on my Steam Deck and have a bit of a play on there and see how we go. If you would like to see more, do let me know. It's probably not going to be anything in the short term, just because I am struggling to make videos, as you may have noticed. I'm very busy and very ill. It is now basically winter, and my daughter is in nursery, which means for the next 6 months, I will be ill, which I'm really looking forward to, which is why I thought I'd just go ahead and try and get a video recorded today, regardless of sounding a bit stuffy, which I usually try to avoid, but it's going to be unavoidable entirely in the I was going to say short or near future, but in the medium term future until like spring, I'm going to be basically constantly ill. So I thought I'd get a video done. I would love to look at more of this. I am just going to very quickly check to make sure it is in early access. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's got quite a full-fledged game going already. Let me just check over here. Yeah, it is early access. That's a hugely impressive amount of content for an early act. Like, to already have like shepherding and all that. I can't see a roadmap on the Steam page. I do like to have a roadmap on the Steam page, but yeah, like if you look at some of the content, even on the Steam page, like the intro video, like the stuff you can do looks really super impressive. So, and again, it supports multiplayer. So my friends aren't really into this style of game, but this is the sort of thing I'd really love to play in multiplayer. Yeah, good stuff. If you would like to see more, let me know. Like I say, there probably won't become a series in the short term, just because there's so many other series ongoing that I really need to finish off, and I need to try and do some more VR and try and fix that whole problem, which is a whole other ball game. But Let me know if you want to see more, and maybe in the future we'll come back. Maybe I'll just play some and I'll show you around my base at another time or something like that. Assuming I get a chance to play games. Oh, hello. That's my other headphones going flying off of my desk. Assuming I get a chance to play games off camera, which I don't. So, but I want to. That's why I've got the Steam Deck, so I can sit on the couch and play it. That's the idea. All I've really done is actually played a lot of Idle Champions and wasted dozens of hours whilst I've been watching TV playing that. So maybe do something a little bit more productive game-wise. That would be good. That would be good. Hope you enjoyed this, though. If you did, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those good things. Don't forget I stream on generally on Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. UK time, although there was a difference last stream because I had some... Oh, I was going to say I was busy on the Wednesday. I went to a gig, so it's not like I was like family emergency. I went to a gig and watched Brutus play in Bristol, and it was wonderful. You should definitely check out Brutus. Hopefully, though, I will see you in future streams on Wednesdays. We're currently streaming They Are Billions, and it is an absolute delight. Hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, I will see you next time, and maybe in a bit more Astro Colony in the future, maybe in something else. Who knows? Some other magical adventure. That's what I normally say. I'm a bit ill. I'm trying to keep on top of things. I keep saying it as well. I'm so sorry. I'll try to refrain from mentioning it so much in future videos. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.